Hello, my name is Stefan Sielaff. I'm responsible for Audi design during the last 5 years. I started already 27 years ago as a designer at Audi, and we are today on the booth of Audi on the LA Motor Show, and I would like to introduce you a little bit to our design philosophy and what are the trends into the future on our cars. When we talk about the design philosophy of Audi, one big aspect for the future of our cars is really to show in the design language the lightweight aspects we want to get into the car. So we're using a lot, especially with the sports car, a lot of carbon fiber technology, and with the production cars a lot of aluminum technology. As the cars are sprayed, you don't see really the material, and therefore we try to emphasize a lot with very, very sharp lines and create a very athletic, like a long distance runner aesthetic, more than a sumo wrestler aesthetic. And this is what expressed these lines on the body of the car, but this is also expressed in the very lightweight language of the side mirror, for example, in a very slim A-pillar. And of course, when you look on the design of the wheels, we repeat this language in every little detail all around the car, outside and inside, to give this really first impact, this first read lightweight. With the A7, we have many details that are also giving a perspective into the future. One, for example, is the headlights and also the rear lights. And as you know, Audi takes a lot of love into and care into the detail of the lights, especially with the help of the LED technology. You remember we did these LED spots, which were really a specialty for the last years for our cars, and now this is already representing the future. This kind of frosty, icy stripes we are doing now in our head and rear lights that incorporate LED technology but with a new aesthetic appeal. What makes the rear end of the A7 very special is the fact that the rear end is really low. And this only has been possible by introducing a spoiler that is moving out on high speed. So you need sometimes a technological innovation, and Audi is very famous for doing technological innovation, to do afterwards also a design innovation. It's very important for the downforces of the car, for the aerodynamic of the car, to introduce this spoiler on high speed. And it helped us really to do a super elegant rear end, a so-called coda tronca. That's the Italian name. It's a tail end called also maybe boat tail. And this is also the speciality of the A7 design. We didn't do it before. And you know, if we do this in every car, in our future design elaboration on every future Audi, we will have very typical, very special solutions for every car in our portfolio, and this helps us to really give character to the portfolio. The front end of the new A8 really represents the new design language in our portfolio. We started to do into the single frame, which is an icon for our brand, a very nice little angle. We continue this in the A7, and you will see it also in the A6. So we really do a declination into the portfolio of Audi, and it really represents the brand of Audi together with the headlights that have let's say, beginning that is rather narrow and then widen up, and really incorporate also the LED technology and the high-end technology, because as you know, Vorsprung durch Technik is really what is the credo of Audi, and this is what we have to show in the face of every Audi. The R8 GT really contains all the elements of Audi design DNA. So the proportion is one of the most important features of all of our cars. And what makes an Audi really special is 1/3 on the cabin, 2/3 on the body. And this explains a very sporty, a very strong shoulder. And also the shoulder line runs over the A-pillar into the front bonnet of the car. You will see a lot of other cars where you have over here very thick, a very high position, which has to do with the pedestrian safety. We solve this problem of the pedestrian safety in the front of the car and give the car really this elegance in our design genetic code we want to have in all of our Audis. I'm very convinced Audi is producing design icons. And design in German education has a lot to do with function. And our cars are technically precise, they are high quality, they are lightweight, and we are convinced we have to incorporate these technical innovations visible into our design DNA, in our genetic code, and make really an emotional story out of it.